Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I bring you the first video of a series, Sketchbook Diaries. I decided I wanted to start getting back into the groove of sketchbooking little by little, especially since I've been struggling to connect with my sketchbooks again. I have 3 at the same time now, and I'm seriously wondering if that wasn't the problem from the start. I don't think I do well when having several sketchbooks at the same time, mostly because my attention span can only divide into so many books. But the truth is, I started this sketchbook you're seeing here in April last year, and I have like 10 pages left and just can't seem to fill it up, which is why I'm starting these videos. So my goal with the series is to go back to using my sketchbooks again, which are truly the heart of my art practice. I want to start building a habit just so I can enjoy the whole process of sketching again. Now, do not be fooled. I do not draw daily, even when I do fully commit to a sketchbook and/or project. Some days I just do not feel like doing it, or maybe I'm having a bad art day and it doesn't work, so I step away from it. Other days, I simply have other tasks to do, like editing or chores around the house. Life works like that. I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to be able to record myself every single day, Monday through Friday, using my sketchbook. I will try, but sometimes things just don't work the way we want them to, which is okay as well. So I'll record my weekly sketchbook practice, not knowing how each week will go. Maybe I'll use it every day, maybe once a week. All in all, the goal is to just become closer to my sketchbook practice in general, even if I am able to do a 2-hour session every day, or if I just do 30 minutes one day of the whole week. That's fine too. So, what to expect? Well, lots of watercolor practice for starters, since I do want to experiment more with pigments and color mixing. Also, sketches galore, hopefully. Even if it's to simply lay out some project ideas, I want to try out some more gouache, I think. But I genuinely believe I just don't work well with gouache because I keep trying to relearn it and then I get frustrated when it doesn't work the way I want it to. But maybe it could be fun to try again, I don't know. But overall, portrait studies, sketches, exploring art supplies, and all that fun stuff, because that's what the point of sketchbooks is. Sketchbooks are supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and where you play around and practice your art and do whatever you think is fun. So anyway, let's talk about what you've been watching all this time while I've been yapping away in the background. So the sketchbook I'm using in this video is the Melon Bindery watercolor sketchbook. It has Arches watercolor paper. I believe this is rough pressed paper, so it has lots of tooth to it. I don't have many more pages left, like I said, so I would like to finish this off before the end of the year. Also, I'm using these brushes I got off of Temu, and I thought they would be absolute garbage. Plot twist. They are amazing. Very soft, they hold lots of water, there's no loose hairs floating around, and the grip on them is amazing. And they even came with that little artist roll pouch you saw at the beginning. And along with it, I'm using my White Nights watercolor palette. It had been a while since I'd used it, so I wanted to get accustomed to it again, hence the swatching at the start, which revealed to be a good idea because I genuinely do not remember some paints I had in here, like Irgazin Yellow, for example. I do not remember the thought process of getting this paint, nor do I know what sort of mixes I can get with it, so I'm curious to see the things I can do with this paint now. I started off with painting these sketches of some fish I had done some time ago and hadn't gotten around to painting. It honestly helped me get the feel of color mixing again, so it was good practice, and it's always fun to paint some fishies. So, to talk a little bit about this sketchbook, I think I started off quite strong with it, and I do enjoy painting on this paper. Painting feels really good. There are fun textures, the paper is thick, can take a lot of water. I use a lot of water in my paintings, lots of layers, so that's good. But I did sometimes get frustrated though with the size and format. My previous sketchbook was the Stillman & Byrne sketchbook and the A4 size, so downgrading to a smaller square format was a bit of an adjustment. I think I really enjoyed the amount of free real estate I had in the previous sketchbook, so in this one I always fight with scaling my sketches correctly. Like I said, it's been an adjustment to the square format and it doesn't always bother me. Most of the time this sketchbook has been a true joy to work in, but for my next sketchbooks I'll try to avoid the square format if I can. Maybe I'll feel like it sometime in the future. I do have a couple of A-sized handmade sketchbooks to start after this one, but I'm probably going to order some more Stillman & Byrne sketchbooks again. I do think that is my favorite sketchbook brand at the moment. And another thing also was the rough texture of the paper. I'm way more used to working with cold press watercolor paper, which does have some tooth to it, but still enough texture to make both drawing and painting enjoyable to me. This paper is way more textured since it is rough, and drawing here is a bit of a pain. Most of the time the pencils just sort of get caught in the texture of the paper and the tip does wear out quite fast. And that was certainly the reason for me to start picking my two other sketchbooks, which have much smoother paper where I can just draw. But I have realized I just do prefer to keep everything in just one book. About the palette. I've loved this palette for a long time. And I think it served me well for lots of paintings and sketches. And for a while, I actually thought the White Nights watercolors were a student grade, but St. Petersburg student grade is actually their Sonnet line. These were so affordable, I actually thought they were a lower grade. And they are very good quality as well. They were my first artist grade watercolors too, so I love this palette. I've been neglecting it, mainly because I've been trying to get accustomed to single pigment mixing. And I must admit I've been quite spoiled by my Magella paints anyway, and that's why I've been neglecting this one. But for a sketchbook session, I just wanted a easier to work with palette. I'm currently considering creating a more curated palette with the colors I use the most. The Magella palette is great, but I don't use all the colors in there, and it's sometimes a hindrance to have to move such a huge palette around. She's not heavy, but she's a big girl to move about. So maybe I'll do that in another video of these. Moving on to these little portrait figure studies. I think I started these in a bad day and I just wasn't in a good place to paint when I started the washes, so I had to drop the session earlier to pick it up another day, which is why you didn't see much of the start of this. But after the initial struggle though, I think it went better. The washes I'd done were kind of a good starting point anyway, which made it very easy to pick it up again. If you don't know, portraiture is my main focus, and I have been implementing some more figure studies on my paintings. Portraiture is just something I do love a lot and am inspired by, so it's just what I like to do. After my Ophelia inspired painting though, this is the first time I'm painting portraits in a while, so I'm a bit out of touch. Which is why these sketchbook diaries are so important to me. I have projects I want to do and I want to improve my portraiture. So a sketchbook is the right place to do this in. Anyway, I will log off now. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully, it allowed you to just sit back, relax, or maybe pick up your own sketchbook and sketch a bit. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you next week with another Sketchbook Diaries video. Thank you so much for watching and take care.